Thought has become our master. Especially in the Western world, we have been so conditioned to be dependent on thought, to think things through. Going through school, that's what they teach you. They teach you how to think, how to analyze. Furthermore, what is conditioned out of us is our inner guidance, our intuition, our right action that manifests, bypasses thought, and just on a deep level, you know what you're supposed to be doing, you know the right decisions, you know the right words to say. And I don't go as extreme as to say as some other people that, oh, never think, thought is bad, thought is evil. What I'm saying is that there's a higher place that we can live from. And once you start experiencing this, it's liberation. And thought is such, we don't even realize how imprisoning thought is because it's all we know. It's like a fish doesn't know what it's like to be out of water. It's constantly surrounded by water. So we are trapped, shackled by thought, and we don't even realize it, and we think we're free. Things like fear, procrastination, putting off your dreams, worry, stress, all these negative emotions that are generated within us is thought-based. We take in information or situations from our surroundings and we translate that in our mind, and then we say good, bad, we label it. And then that creates an inner reaction. We feel tense, we feel stressed, we feel paralyzed, that we can't move. One beautiful technique that will help in overcoming this is act. Now I don't mean carelessly or recklessly, or not to take in consideration other people or putting yourself in danger, but start building the habit. Like Nike says, just do it. So if you wake up in the morning and then thought starts kicking in, oh, I don't feel like going to work, or I don't feel like getting up, or I don't feel like doing the things that I have to do today, and you just do it. You don't allow thought to take over. You just act. And action it bypasses the whole thought process. It short circuits the fear, it short circuits procrastination, and it short circuits. It's like setting a bird free. It's like when you no longer rely and depend upon thought, and you live from within that intuitive place. It's like setting a bird free, and now it can soar. And it'll amaze you the transformation that you'll have in your life when thought no longer is your master. Again, this is something that is you have to train yourself at. It's not going to say, okay, I'm not going to think, and you start with small things. So if it's cleaning the house, you'd say, cleaning the house, that's too overwhelming. You say, okay, I'm just going to clean this one area, this one room, and you just do it. Boom, you just do it. You don't like your job. You say, then your thought starts kicking in, but I'm never going to find another job that pays this much. I don't feel like going out on interviews, and thought starts kicking. And then instead, you just send out your resume. You go out on job interviews, just in baby steps. You say, well, okay, I can do that, and you just act. What are some? Oh, you see somebody that you really want to talk to. So you're at a supermarket, and you see somebody attractive, and you want to go and meet. I'm always so amazed at the big walls that we have with people we don't know. There's this unwritten rule that we can't go out and introduce ourselves or talk to them, and it's fear. We have this fear of rejection, and fear of rejection really, it's like a straitjacket, man. It totally suffocates all areas of your life, and then if you realize what's the worst that can happen. Am I gonna die? Is the person gonna yell at me? No, the worst of no, thank you, I'm not interested in you. And you just act. Instead of saying, oh, what should I say to this person? What are some other areas of, it really encompasses everything in our life. Speaking honestly. Now, I'm not saying go out and be malicious and hurt people's feelings, but we tend to process everything before we say it. Oh, should I say that? Well, what's the reaction going to be? How is that person going to receive it? And our identity, our authenticity is just buried because thought alters our true nature. It's like this. It's like back in the days when the church used to censor movies and television and stuff like that. I can't remember which movie I saw, but there was a movie where these people from the church, they were sitting and watching the cinema, and they'd say, nope, that goes out. Nope, you have to cut that. That's too much skin, or but then they sit and censor everything. And our mind is that internal censor, which it really is stressful, and there's just such peace, and you could just be who you are, despite people are going to have not approve of you, and it's our addiction to approval that keeps us in this place. And yeah, initially you're going to have a shift. Your whole life, our lives are really generally so false and so artificial and so manufactured that when we start being true to ourselves, there will be a reaction because we are releasing the illusion. We are releasing that which is not real. And we are now identifying and living from a deeper place. And that's like, you take a snow globe, and that's like shaking up the snow globe. Yeah, it's a kind of like a intense, tumultuous process, shaking up the snow globe. But then you see the beauty. You see all the beauty. The snow globe. Yeah, the snow globe. It looks nice just sitting on the desk. But the real joy of a snow globe is shaking it up, and that's what we have to do with our lives. And your friends will change. Your job will change. Your personality will evolve and change. And there's a real growing period. A painful growing period. It depends how I see it as painful or you see it as exhilarating. I see it as exhilarating, but yeah, expect things to be shaken up, and that is just when you come and live from that authentic place. You'd be amazed at what happens and how your life transforms, and the people you meet and the experiences you have. You are breaking free from that invisible prison of the comfort zone and fear and worry and stress and all those negative emotions. Not saying that they won't exist when you start living, being true to yourself, but when you experience fear, it's a challenge. It's like the gauntlet's thrown down. Okay, I'm going to act. I'm not going to be dependent on thought to overcome this. We use, in spiritual circles, what we do is when you're out on the spiritual path, it starts illuminating all the character flaws or the things that we need to improve upon ourselves. And what we do, and most of that is thought related. And so what we do is more thinking to try to overcome that. Okay, I'm going to be this nice, loving, sweet person, and I'm going to work at it. I'm going to use willpower, self-discipline, and I'm going to overcome that. And instead, spiritual growth is not about adding to, and that's what we want. We want to add to. We want to add, listen to more spiritual teachers. We want to read more books. We want to meditate more. We want to be more loving and kind. We want to be what this, in thought, this projection of what a spiritual person is to act like. It's not about adding to. It's about stripping away. As a very, very young age, we have that natural spontaneity and that intuition and that vibrancy for life, and it gets kind of squashed down because it's so much easier to control people when they do fear rejection, when they are in a state of worry and stress. You can control them. You can give and take and manipulate them how you want. But the person that has broken free and doesn't stifle and suffocate their personality in order to take the path of least resistance is harder to control. But once you start tasting from this fruit, there's no turning back. It is the most exhilarating, exciting way to live one's life. Thank you all for your support and comments.